Hi friends, this is Caitlin. I'm so happy to be here with you with Pink and Main. It is our last night of sneak peek week for January's release that comes out tomorrow morning. Michelle usually has it up by 9 a.m. And we're so excited. It's a really fun spring and Easter themed release. Here is a look back at our card from Tuesday night that we made with the extra sweet stamp set and the new pointed banners dies. We also brought in some of the new spring ginghams, which you can see we're going to be using again tonight because they're too cute to not keep using. So we made like a fun shaped card, something a little different, very cutesy. But tonight we have another new stamp set that we're going to be using to make a really fun spring card. And that is our newest addition to the postage stamp set. We have our spring postage stamps, and they're absolutely adorable. There is a little bunny and carrot, but the rest are very much spring. They don't have to be Easter unless you want them to be. Bunny Express Mail, Spring Delivery, Bunny Trail Mail, Spring Greetings, Happy Spring, and Hoppy Spring. All very cute. So these are the same size as the fall and winter, which means the dies are the same. You only need one die set for all of these. And then Jay had said something on Tuesday that made me think we could try something fun tonight. And we are going to be doing one card that is like all different colors and one card that is monochromatic. So we're going to stamp the same stamps. We're going to do the same exact layout to keep that part more simple for me. And we're going to do stamping in color with some ink blending and make a very fun monochromatic card. And then we'll color the other one to make it super colorful and fun. And I think that'll be a nice change, something different, and a fun way to see how we can stretch these new stamps. So let's see. I see there's so many people. Give me a second while we work through. I see Denise is here checking in. Gail is here. I see Miss Jackie Ann and Sherry's here with me. Let's see. I see Anna. Miss Jeanette is here. Both Gails are here. Welcome, welcome. I see Susan. I see Sharon. Jennifer's here and Michelle. I see Miss Virginia is here checking in with everybody. Melissa's here. She said she's so excited she might not sleep. It's like Christmas morning, but for spring. I see Heather checking in and Miss Judy B is here. Let's see. Stitch Girl, J Med Stitch Girl. That's such a cute name. Checking in with us from Arizona. Mom's here. Karen's here. Let's see. Dawn's here checking in. E's checking in from Michigan. 8 degrees out. Oh, no. No, thank you. No, no, no. Let's see. Roberta's checking in. Welcome, welcome. And Frida and Nicole says she's obsessed with these postage stamps. I love that. Oh, Dad's watching on TV. Thank you. I thought that was the joke. Your dad. Dad's watching on TV. Let's see. And Jay's here. Perfect. Jay, I think because you just jumped in, you might not have heard. You inspired one of the cards we're making tonight. We're doing a full color one, and we're doing a stamped and ink blended monochromatic version of the card because you asked for a monochromatic the other day, and I did not provide. So we're going to try tonight. Oh, we'll miss you next week too, Melissa, but at least I have you now. And Elizabeth's here checking in too. Welcome, welcome. Okay, the first thing we need to do, I have an escapee. Hold on. I guess the real first thing I need to do is grab these dies. Hold on one second. All right, we'll just bring the whole thing over here. Yeah, monochromatic cards are fun. I don't do them a lot, so it'll be fun to kind of stretch that muscle. Let's see. Here, there they are. My dies live with my autumn stamp set, but I want to find the winter one. There we go. So we can see the whole lineup in case anyone hasn't seen them. We have 3 of the seasons so far. So we started out, our first one was the autumn fall postage stamps, which this is the only one I think that has the like postage, whatever, postmark wiggle and the first class. So that is a good one to have for all of them, right? And then we got winter. So cute. We glittered up some of these too. And then now we have our spring. Safe to say, I don't know when, but I'm gonna assume we're getting a summer. And like I said, the cool thing is that this little die set works for every set. So you only have to get the dies once to be able to use them with all of the sets. So we have those. All right, and we need to pick a color for our cancel marks. Thank you, Nicole. Exactly, cancel marks. I'm thinking I was kind of thinking a pink, but this like soft green could be really cute for both. We're gonna have to bring in some distress ink probably no matter what I pick. Let me see if I have my distress ink swatchy thing. Victorian Velvet is pretty close. Yeah, these aren't quite the right green. So maybe let's try the pink. Trying to make this as easy as I can for myself. The other option would be a yellow. That yellow is so bright. Well, we could do scattered straw and yellow. Spring makes me think yellow. Let's do yellow. Dawn, yay, Canada. You're so funny. Dawn's from Canada too. Yeah, I feel like scattered straw is definitely a good match for that. And then maybe we'll bring in another little bit of a darker yellow or something for shading as needed. We're going to use the same, I really like the green idea too. I'm only concerned that I don't have a good ink for that. and I want to be able to do stamp and ink blending and everything to make it as monochromatic as possible. All right, so I cut my plaid panel down, my gingham panel down, but we're gonna die cut those. So then we also need our white. Let's just cut this because we're gonna need to stamp all of our stamps. All of our stamps. We're gonna need to stamp all of our stamps. And we're gonna be cutting our gingham with the Zig Zag stitch dies, because I thought they would look really cute with the stamps, you know? And then we're just gonna, when we add it, it'll just give us that little bit of a white border. Dawn, you can come play with all of my cool stuff whenever you want. What paper trimmer am I using? This is the Fiskars wire trimmer. I got it at Michael's, I think. And it's nice because it has that little arm that reaches out so you can measure out your paper. It's got this little wire, and the blade kind of glides up and down so you can see exactly where you're cutting. I also have a big old Fiskars guillotine trimmer, but I don't think it cuts as straight. So, but it cuts small, very thin pieces easier. So it's always a debate for me whether which one I should be using. Let's get this centered. I just thought this would be a really cute way to frame up these little stamps inside. Oh, brush corduroy. Probably, yeah, with as like an extra shade with the scattered straw. I don't use that one a lot, but that is a good color. Oh goodness, Gail. Yeah, with everything happening with Verizon yesterday too, I know for mostly the Wi-Fi and everything would have been fine, but it was nice to not have to worry about being live yesterday. One less stress to think about. I do still have a whole stack of other new products to show you guys. I'm going to be sharing all of the die sets that Donna used yesterday in case anybody missed it. Her little bunny baskets turned out so cute. Oh my goodness. And Lori's here jumping in. No worries. Loretta's checking in from Colorado and I missed her. Let's see. Miss Judy Richards is here checking in. Lindo's checking in. If I missed you guys, I'm so sorry. Brennan's working on college applications. Okay. So we have our two very cute zigzag stitched panels, right? They're gonna sit on our ice rink cardstock like that. Just that really cute little pinked edge. Okay, so we have two ice rink panels and two of those panels. For that, I'm going to stamp my colored, my monochromatic, I guess is how I should say it, my colored ink, my colorful ink first. And that way, if I do a bad job cleaning off the black ink, it won't matter. Let's see. Well, I guess we need one of these, don't we? Because I need to make sure that whatever we're going to do is going to fit in there. And you guys know I've had this issue before. Laying these out always takes me a minute. I don't think I want them like too close. I want to be able to see like a little bit of that background, you know? Maybe a little dragonfly over here. Maybe our sentiment can go up here. Yeah, maybe like that. And then our sentiment. That's cute, right? I like that. Okay. I'm just making sure I have some space so I can die cut these easily. Let's see. Let me grab my distress inks. We're going to start with that scattered straw, but I'm definitely going to keep that brush corduroy suggestion in mind in case we need it. And you could totally color these, you know, monochromatic as well. I just know we only have so many hours in the night. I think I inked it up a little too hard that first round. Hey, Terry. And distress ink is not really made for stamping so much, right? Like if you just are stamping with it and you don't want it to look super distressed, you're just going to have to do some layering with it to get it to look right. That's just part of the deal. There we go. So it's nothing against these stamps. It's literally just how the distress ink functions. All right, there's that panel ready to go. We're going to wipe these off with a little bit of water. Oh, I didn't even see your message, Gail. Yeah, for me, it's just a matter of inking them up a few times, and even then, you can see like they are distressy. Like that's just the nature of the beast. If you want a nicer impression with the same colors, your best bet would be oxides, distress oxides. All right, for our black, we're going to use our Pink and Main Asphalt ink. And for this monochromatic card, especially with that gingham and like the theme of what the stamps are, what the images are, I think that like the like shabby chic, right? Like a little bit of a distressed country kind of look to it is cute. I think it fits. So that's why I was still fine with using those distress inks. You could use, depending on what paper you were using, you could absolutely use any of the other Pink and Main premium dye inks. You could use, what else stamps really good? Catherine Pooler's stamps inks are really beautiful. I have a hard time with hers flooding because there's so much ink in there, but I know the colors are beautiful. If you can find the balance, that's probably a me problem more than anything. Get all of these. Linda, I'm not sure. I think I only have 1 or 2 archivals, but they would also stamp well if there's colors in there that you like. And like I said, the color palette is more limited for the Pink and Main premium dye inks, but they do stamp really well. Hey, Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth, my favorite Pink and Main ink besides the Asphalt is the Lakeside. Where are you? Lakeside or Barbershop? Let me just grab it. So Barbershop is our navy blue. And then Lakeside, yeah, is the teal. Those are my 2 favorites. I use those a lot. Okay. We're going to color our black inked images first, because for these, I'm going to want to die cut them and then ink them so we get that buildup on the edges. I think that's going to be my favorite part of those. Yeah, see, Judy agrees with me. She loves the Lakeside too. Okay, this is just going to be all the colors, all the fun colors that I can jam into here at once. Let's start with a little daffodil down here because I don't have to think about that one. I know what color I'm going to want that to be. And there's different versions, right? You could have it super bright popping yellow. You could have it softer. You could have where the center is softer. Go. We'll jump up to our Y 1.1. Cute. For these, I think I'm going to try doing this little skinny frame inside in a color, but leaving the outer edges and this inner background plain, like white. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. Definitely I'm going to want some pink. So we can just add a little bit of that here. And then let's bring the same pink while I have it in my hand up into that little heart and maybe our like big tulip. Didn't give me a ton of contrast. Let's bring in a little bit more. Second layer of that darker pink. That's nice. I'm going to leave this to the side just in case we need it to. Let's see. Let me pull out that same green because we're going to be able to use that in a few spots. And these have some very fine details. So I'm just trying to hold my pen really close to the nib so that I have the most control over the pressure. Like these need just like the lightest little touch of this marker. Otherwise you're going to flood. Flood the paper. I'm thinking my mom is the dragonfly queen, so I'm thinking we pick some colors she would like. She would love these pretty like purpley blues. These BVs. I'm going to add that lightest BV to the wings. It'll just look a tiny bit different than that white. There we go. And just like a little hint of that 2.2 in the inner corners of those wings. So pretty. Let's see, where else can we use these? Let's add a little bit of this up here to these flowers. Yes, Jeanette, these look, there's multiple stamp sets that must be from the same illustrator. Because we have a bunch of different ones that have the butterfly. We have like a, I think there's like a sick, you caught a bug, or maybe those are fireflies. We definitely have the dragonfly in another stamp somewhere, and we definitely have those butterflies in at least one, if not 2 or 3, I think, stamp sets. Very cute. Let's bring that yellow back for these little flowers, the centers, and then we'll bring in some pink. Mom would want some pink. I saw her in the comments saying I made a good choice. So that's good. A little pink bow. Maybe we'll bring in our green for our little frame here. This is your friendly reminder to spin your paper, don't try to rotate your wrist weird, force yourself into a strange position. I do it to myself all the time. So I'm really telling myself as much as I'm telling you. Let's bring this yellow in up here as well. Here we go. What else? Maybe, well, we definitely need a gray for our watering can. I mean, it could also be a color. Saying definitely isn't really a fair statement. I'm going to add the shading to the right hand side, the bottom, under that lip, and then the little spout. And I'm going to bring in a third lighter shade, that's CG1, just on the main big part of the body of the watering can. Here we go. So that one doesn't have any of our purpley blue. So let's bring some of that in our frame. Cute. So it's going cute. I feel like I need an orange. She's bold, but she's cute. Maybe let's switch to the not so bold orange. Here we go. See where we can pop in a little bit more of that color here and there so it doesn't look like it just came out of nowhere. There we go. Oh. Let's do a little 1.2. That is not, in fact, lighter. Blur it out with some yellow. It'll help soften it up a little bit. Go, that's pretty. I like that. I think that's supposed to be an egg, but I'm really not sure. I don't know. And then let's bring in our grays for the body. Brennan, that's so exciting. I'm so proud of you. Now we just get to wait and see what amazing schools write back. And then you have the great job of having to pick from all the ones you're going to get into and figure out where you're going to go. Okay, we did a pink, a blue, a green, and then a yellow and an orange. So let's do yellow for our butterfly. And our lighter orange for the frame on our little flower garden. So cute. The white background is actually driving me crazy. I'm trying so hard to leave it because I do think it's going to look really nice on our background. But if I'm wrong and we die cut these and I hate them, I'm warning you now that we might be adding a little something to the inner backgrounds. Come in and add some little highlights. Some little flicks here and there. Oh, I never added a color to the inside of that flower. There we go. All right, I think that's pretty cute. See, I'm hoping that the background will give me enough color to give the look that I want to give. Should we take a break before we die cut these and show you something new? So if you missed Donna's live last night, I'm going to show you all three of the die sets that she used. They're adorable. This is the main one, and then the other two are add-ons. So this is the Easter basket pop-up card dies. Okay, so it makes that 3D stand-up pop-up Easter egg basket with the Happy Spring and Happy Easter with the little eggs. So you can see all the pieces. You get the big part that folds into the card. You get the front, the top, the inside layers, your two different sentiments, the little woven piece, and then all the little eggs. So that's the main one. And then there's two add-on sets. This is the Bunny in the Basket add-on. So the basket is the same, but the two inner layers and all of the flowers are different, which is fun because you can also mix and match these, right? You could do the flowers in the back and then your eggs in the front instead of the bunny. But how cute. Very cute. And then the third one is my absolute favorite. Jay already called it out too. Look at these. Oh my God. It's the bunny tail basket. And so you get additional eggs and then his little bunny bum sticking up in the air like he dove in head first to get to all of the yummy goodies that are in that Easter basket. So those are very fun. We'll be playing with those next week. I don't know if we're going to do all of them. At least to start, we'll probably just do one. But it'll be cute. I'll probably end up die cutting and coloring it. So that's a good look at those. If you want to see those more in use, you can catch the replay of Donna's live from last night over on Facebook. You know what I just remembered? We still have to figure out what our sentiment is going to be for this. We'll have to run this square through a couple times, but that's okay. There's those three. Let's get these lined up. We can send a couple in at a time. Go. Please talk amongst yourselves while I die cut these squares. It's easier to just get them situated over here and run them through really quick than trying to sit down in between each one. Okay, there's our last yellow. Colorful one. I'm sorry guys, I probably should have die cut some of these before and we could have colored them up, but I wanted to figure out the layout and stuff with you. Okay. There we go. All done. Oh, yay, Sherry. I'm glad you made it home safe. Okay, we don't need those. You know what could be cute is if we use this die maybe to cut our sentiment. If we can find something cute that fits in there. I bet we can. We'll see. Let's see what the colorful ones look like. I love that. It almost looks like patchwork quilty. That's so cute. I don't think I need the coloring inside. that I was considering. I think I like them like that. Very cute. Okay. Now for these yellow guys, I need a yellow. No, I think I should probably use the foam because I want that hard edge. Oh yeah, Elizabeth, I have the January cat. Hold on. I showed it on Tuesday, but I have it here. That is our January cat. She's so cute. She's a good all year round kitty. Have a perfect day and life's better with friends like you. Oh, that made me yawn. So yeah, very cute cat. All right, we're gonna start with that scattered straw. And I'm gonna start with my blending sponge on my glass top and then pull that ink over onto our die cut, and that's what's gonna catch on that outer edge. Right, and that's gonna give us that really fun kind of like blended honey look versus the plain. Although now I'm wondering if it could be cool to do like a combination. No, I think I just like the plain white is also very cute on here. Maybe I should have just left it. I kind of just like the plain. Now I'm trying to see if I can get away with not die cutting a dragonfly. And then we can put our little sentiment there maybe. Right, that's kind of cute. I really just like the white. I promise I really was intending on to ink blend all of these. But I think the white and yellow with all the white and yellow is just very cute. Yeah, maybe like that. I like that. Okay, well, sorry that I fibbed about ink blending in the description. I swear I was not planning on skipping it. I just think it looks so sweet. Okay, now we have to figure out what the heck we're going to do for sentiments. Where are my stamps? Let's see. Spring delivery. Bunny express mail. Those all kind of fit. I must be very, very tired. I cannot stop yawning. Sorry. Happy Mail would work too. Let's do Happy Mail for one, and we'll do spring delivery for the other one. And we're just going to use this little stamp rectangle to die cut those. Look, and I still have this more scraps that I'm trying to use up. So we can totally do that. Yeah, I agree. I like them plain. It's very cute. Okay, let's see. You can fit there. I guess I should put these in my Misty before I go crazy. You're not gonna stay put. And you're gonna fly all over because of the magnet. Okay, there's one. And then you gotta go all the way over here. Yeah, that should work. I think we have to stamp. No, I don't want that one. The yellow one in the same yellow, right? It's like the rules. I knew it. I knew it. No. I knew I shifted it and I shouldn't have. Whatever. Let's just do our black one. There you go. If you ever think to yourself, man, I must be the only person that things like that happen to. Let me tell you, you are not the only one. Those things happen to me all the time. And if you don't see them in other people's videos, it's because they edited that crap out, not because it's not happening. All right, spring delivery. Let me find another little scrippy scrap for Happy Mail. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Let's get your fall. You go in there. You go in there. You go there. You weren't supposed to go down there. Oh, why did I just put that away? We didn't even die cut them. Who didn't stop me? Oh, Melissa, there's a card class on the cruise. Do you think they're going to have you take over and teach? Because I bet your cards are better than what they're going to teach you. Which doesn't mean that I think you shouldn't still go. You should totally take it. There's Happy Mail. And spring delivery. Yeah, that's very cute. Okay. I like these. These are fun. Oh, that doesn't fit great there, though. Oh, I originally had it this way, didn't I? Oops. It's like Tetris. Maybe this does fit a lot nicer. Yeah, that's cute. Sorry, butterfly. I like that. I like that it's similar. Okay, and then you go under there. All right, first things first. We know all of our little stamp guys are getting popped up with foam. You already know. And the gingham gives us a nice base to work with for trying to get all of these lines nice and straight. Yeah, 30-minute card class. That sounds like something I would not be good at. Although I think I have told you guys when I first started doing my Pink and Main lives, they were all a half hour or less. Michelle and I weren't sure if everybody would want to hang around very long. So all of I like pre-prepped everything so that my lives were between like 30 and 40 minutes. Can you imagine that now? I can't. All right, there's panel number 1. And then I still have more sneak peeks to show you. So don't run away. We're in the home stretch, but we're not in the clear yet. I still have some foiling products, some embossed dots, no, enamel dots, those, and another die set, and a shaker accessory to share with you. I think my grandma would have really liked these. I think she would have thought they were very sweet. Just has that little bit of like cozy, vintagey vibe. I think especially with that gingham. And to all of the people like Brennan in the world that are saying I'm not using enough foam, I know. I never use enough foam. Like on the back, like one strip is probably not really enough, but. There we go. Two very happy, springy cards with almost the same layout, the same stamps, the same background, but some very different looks and very different depending on which you have time for or interest in doing. Yeah, that's fun too. They don't really come monochromatic like that, so it is cute. I just really like those. I love how those turned out. Okay, let me show you more new stuff. So these are our spring glitter enamel shapes. So we're getting the spring version. You can see like they are very beautifully color coordinated with these ginghams. So we get the little diamonds and the circles. Very fun. For foiling products, new ones, we have the colored eggs foilable panels and the colored bunnies foilable panels. So that looks like this. And these are really fun to use either on their own. You don't even have to foil them. Or with the sheer, like translucent foils. We have that opal one. And there's another like oil slicky one. So anything that's colored on here is toner and the foil will stick to the toner. So those are just really fun and really cool, like different colors. And I think I like those. For shaker accessories, we got a new shaker cover. We have a 3.125 inch square shaker cover, which is very cute. I mean, the tabs are obviously stick out, but very cute for a card front and then a little room to put your sentiment on the bottom. Or you can make like a mini square card. Love that. And then the last new set that I have to share with you guys is called Bunny Trio Dies. And it comes like this. And it looks like this. So cute. And there is an Instagram hop happening tomorrow at noon with a chance to win a Pink and Main gift card. And so for the hop, I will be in the Instagram hop, but I also made a video of my card for the hop. That'll be on my channel, which is linked down in the description below here where you're watching now. But I love giving you guys a sneak peek of my hop card. So I wanted to share it with you. Look at the little bunnies. So I added some of that spring gingham and I used the new Bunny Trio dies and I colored everything and they're just so cute. I just love them so much. So if you want to see how I made this one, you can check out my video tomorrow. It'll also be up at noon. I have it edited and everything. I just have to do my voiceover tonight. But there, make sure you're hopping along for your chance to win and supporting Pink and Main, even if you can't put in an order right now. Just liking and sharing is amazing and does so much for the company and the reach, as does liking the lives and leaving all your comments, thumbs up, all of that. So yeah, I hope that you guys are so excited for this new release. I am. I think it's so cute. I'm so ready for spring and sunshine and flowers. And I know that's months away, but in my head, in our heads, we can live there early with these fun things. So I hope you guys have a great night. I will see you guys back here next week on Tuesday, the 20th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing something with the new stuff, probably one of those new Easter basket stand-up. Oh, Dawn, I wish that I had thought of hopping along, but it's literally just called a hop, and I wasn't even thinking. But it is perfect. It's the most fitting. We'll hop along for Easter. Yeah, probably work on one of those stand-up Easter basket dies next Tuesday. But who knows? If you have a request for something from the new release that you would like to see first, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll come back and check. But yeah, otherwise, I hope you have an amazing weekend. If you have a favorite thing, feel free to comment and tag me in it. Yeah, have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. I'll see you again soon. And until next time, happy crafting, guys. Have a good night.